reporting mechanisms in the system, Acumatica is great at reports, right? I feel like we can get anything we want out of the system. But one of the things that doesn't quite get the recognition it deserves is reporting on utilization. So what do you know about reporting on utilization? What are you looking for when you talk about utilization? What are some of the keys that come to mind?
So, I might be completely wrong because I don't run a business, but of the 40 hours in a week,
Yep.
how many of those hours is an employee actively working on a project that is billable?
Bingo. So, yeah, you've usually got some sort of salary or overhead in paying your employee, right? How effective are they? Are they getting the work done? Are they actually booking the time like they need to? Professional services, this is a big hot topic because it's the most important thing is your payroll costs are usually your highest cost. For any sort of contractor, it could be equipment. I mean, obviously crews is important for them too in tracking that, but it could be their equipment. How often are they using it? Is it fully utilized every week?
Yeah, if you have an expensive piece of equipment, you want to be making sure that it's being utilized to its highest potential before buying a new one or whatever.
Yeah, you get the most out of it. Your ROI, right? That's always the buzzword, but I think it's one of those areas that you can do a lot of things with because the data is broken up piecemeal by day, by job, by piece of equipment, by employee. So you can grab all that data and throw it together. You can do a couple different things with it. You could analyze it in groups of time. You could analyze it by project. And you can put all of that on a chart on a dashboard, right? So one of the things that I've seen done is show me the amount of time spent on the project over the last 12 months. And you can see on a line graph, here's the, maybe it was high in June, low in July, a little bit up in August. So you can see what's happening. And obviously in Acumatica, you can drill into those. But one of the cooler, I guess, step back is you can use the details on those to group them differently. So instead of just all time, you could break it out to a bunch of different lines, and you could look at it by cost code, or you could look at it by employee. And so you can get a ton of information out of the system just based on some time entries. And I think that that's not really utilized enough, but I think it's really cool. We obviously use it because we're professional. Yeah, so we look at that. And it's something that I think everyone should get a chance to dig in and see what they can get out of their system for it.
Yeah, that's a good metric to know that you're getting a return on your investment for employees, equipment, all those things that you said, but also a good thing to look out for profitability of a project as well. Like,
for sure.
Are you utilizing as many employees as possible in an efficient way, or do you have some lagger workers on the job site? And if so, what can you do to fix that? So it's a good data point, I think. Yeah,
and I think an underrated aspect of it is everyone talks about the money, and that's super important, right? You want to make your return on the investment in typically payroll, but also equipment. The other piece is in both areas, people and equipment, the more you use them, you got to be careful to not run them into the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Equipment will break, people will quit.
Are you expecting too much from your employees? Are you budgeting too low for projects because you're expecting your employees to be aggressively working in the field, but realistically they can't?
It's not an option. So it is a tool that can prevent and kind of highlight burnout, right? Because every once in a while people are going to have weeks that are above the average, but you don't want that being the norm, right? So once time cards coming in every week at 60 hours, it's probably time to pull them off of some work.
Yeah.
Because they need to, have a personal life.
Yeah, your employees are people too.
Exactly.
Your company is definitely not their priorities. Their families, their loved ones, their friends. Yeah, that all needs to be taken into account. So
there's more to it than just the the P&L, which is cool. I think it's great if you can use data for obviously good business decisions, but also good people decisions.
Yeah, making sure that you're treating your employees well, and hopefully if you're treating your employees well, they'll stay.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a big issue in the construction industry right now, is making sure that those employees that you have that are good employees are willing to stay with your company. So.
Yeah, turnover is super costly. So another way you can impact the bottom line is low turnover. So
a lot of application for this utilization report.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's really important.